It acts in mysterious ways. Very often he appears only to his victim as their worst fear, and then when the victim is scared enough, he will eat them. Why does it target kids? Mainly because kids are the most capable of believing in things that don't exist.
The supernatural fear depends on what one believes, right? We see our children who are witnesses to this fear, and then we see the adults who create a lot of this fear.
It can do a range of different things, and one of them is create fogs in adults where maybe the picture was there, but they didn't see it.
The statue.
No, are you blind? It's a cloud.
The only thing this is proof of is that you, Lily Bainbridge, are trying to buy yourself a one-way ticket back to the nut house.
And the fog of Derry is the way that its existence in that town affects all the grown-ups. They see horrible things, kids go missing, and no one panics. What it does for it is it allows it to have its feeding cycles without any meaningful resistance.
The fog is a byproduct of fear. So rather than facing the monsters, people simply forget.
Each of the characters, they have their own traumas. So the horrors that appear in front of them are a reflection of their own personal fears. Will is terrified of the image of his dad on fire. It uses this to season his fear.
For that sequence, we built a robotic fish that could swim, and we had to keep it on a line so it didn't disappear down the river, but we could have it swim in a circle around their feet through the rocks.
You see an arm come out of the water and grab him and pull him in. So we just have a burnt arm, like a glove, slip-on glove, because I had to be on a stunt double that was underwater that could reach up and grab Will.
That scene, I'm telling you right now, was probably the coldest I've ever been in my life. I wasn't even really focused on the burnt arm that was at my display. Like, it was just so cold. And I had to act like I wasn't shivering in it.
It pulled me under.
Wait, what?
With you.
You gotta relax, you're not making any sense.
It's the joke.
Calm down!
Leroy wants to believe the things that Will is explaining to him are happening, but it's outlandish. Leroy, he's a military man. He knows about the horrors of war, but even if I can't see what he's seeing, I can see the fear in my son's eyes, and that's enough, I think, to get any parent's attention.
There's something here. In Derry. Something bad.
All right, no more running around till I find out what's going on around here.
What?
School and back, and that's it.
Mom.
I've been playing Charlotte as someone who knows, but not knowing, not being able to name it. There's this energy that's pernicious. Something's afoot.
This business with the missing kids, do I need to be concerned?
Rose does this thing with her eyes that's just so penetrating, like she can see things. And I think Charlotte's wise enough to know this woman knows something.
You know the story about the monster in the Western Wood?
The Galoo? All of the kids know that story.
For me, it was very important to give protagonism to the people that lived in Maine in ancient times and that is still living in Derry.
They were the first to encounter it because they were living in the land before anybody else. They have a lot more knowledge about its meaning, rules, and logic. They stay away from it. The white men, not so much.
I was actually really surprised at some of the parallels between how it is whatever you are afraid of and the horrors that the introduction of white settlement and religion actually has done in real life to Indigenous populations.
It started to expand because he could get more food thanks to the settlers that were walking into the Western Woods, the forbidden zone of this people for centuries. What the Indigenous people created was a cage around it. If it wasn't for the Indigenous people, it would have taken over the world.
Our young Indian friend, Daniel is his name, he knows the location of exactly what we're looking for, but he refuses to answer our questions. So Airman Halloran is going to answer them for us.
Daniel has a duty to do, and he is in this secret society, the children of the Maturin, and this society is there to protect people of the entity it.
When he first meets Daniel, it's for Dick to do the same thing he did to Leroy. Get in his head, find the key, solve the puzzle. Should be easy peasy, but he sees me as just a military guy. Spits in my face. He did it a lot. I didn't like it. And I think Dick recognizes a bravery and courage in this guy who has no powers. He just is holding tight to something in his head.
Remember, this is our entire lives as the children of Maternal, or to watch those pillars, guard the knowledge around that cage. Seeing 1962 and then going back into generations before then and seeing the connection between those relatives is a really powerful thing. So within that, allowing a person to step into our experience and feel the deep, deep anxiety that we've been doing this for hundreds of years, and you're gonna come in and threaten that.
Where are they now? The pillars. You can tell me.
People are going to feel a bit of the genetic trauma that we carry as Indigenous people.